Well, he doesn't need much of an introduction. Kinky Friedman's a best-selling author, musician, humorist, columnist for Texas Monthly, American satirist Will Rogers and Mark Twain. He was one of two independent candidates in 2006 election for the office of governor of Texas. He's in exploratory right now. I talked to him. He said, looks like I'm running for governor during the break. So you heard it here first. And he also has a big event coming up to benefit his rescue animals operation. So we appreciate Kinky Friedman coming in. Kinky, good to have you here.
Great to be here, Alex.
You know, when I had you on last year or 2 years ago, I forget, my dad...
You know, I was fired by Texas Monthly.
Really? I didn't know that.
They fire me every time I run for governor, and if I lose, then I come back. But this time I think may be different.
Well, yeah, that's owned by Emmis. We're actually on some of their stations. Well, I mean, they can't really... Can they legally have you?
Why can I not write a humor column or, make a living while I'm running for governor? I don't understand that.
They're just worried that the Elections Commission can come after them. But I believe you have your First Amendment. I believe you should be able to have a radio show. Or
there you go.
Write books, whatever. No, but let's get this out of the way first, and we'll talk about all the big news you've got. Last time you were on, a couple of years ago, my dad said that one of his professors, that was also one of his advisors, was your dad, Tom Friedman, and that that he had been in World War II in some of the same squadrons with my grandfather, Jerry Jones. And so we were just talking about that during the break and what a small world it is. And then my dad was digging through storage and found some more of their flight school annuals and all that stuff and saw your dad in there. So what a small world. Tell us about your dad.
It is. Well, I'll tell you, Tom was a navigator in World War II, flew the B-24, the Liberator.
Also known as the Flying Coffin.
Flying Coffin. His plane was called the I've Had It. And there were 10 men on the plane. Tom was the oldest. He was 23 years old. And he flew 35 missions over Germany. Qualifies him for the Lucky Bastards Club. Yeah.
That's way over Catch-22. So did he volunteer to go past the 22?
I don't think they had a choice. That's my understanding of it. But, as Audie Murphy says, Audie Murphy, Ronald Reagan and John Wayne spent the war in Hollywood. And guys like Audie Murphy and then those that didn't come back fought to buy the freedom that the rest of us cherish and abuse.
Well, I'm not big on the Texas Worship Club, but I am proud of our state. And look at Audie Murphy from Texas, so many other people. And I've talked to a lot of, old veterans from the Army and Marine Corps. They say that the best soldiers come from Texas. Yeah,
I've been reading a lot about Audie, and that appears to be true. And, Audie was rejected by every branch of the service. He was too small. He was 5'5" and weighed 110 pounds and so forth. And but it didn't take long to see what he was really made of. And there's a great story. We should hold this. Well, I can do it quickly. But when Audie was fighting in France, and he woke up one night in the forest, and his hair was frozen to the ground, and they told him, "You're in charge. The officer's been killed." He only had 18 men to man the front lines, and he gets up there. It's outside of a little village in France, and there's 250 snow-caped clad Germans with 6 tanks rounded the corner. And Audie told all his men to go into the forest. And he fought them off himself. He jumped on top of the only tank destroyer that he had, which was on fire, and held them all off. And he was on the phone calling in artillery. And they said, Audie, how close are the Krauts? And he says, hold on a minute, I'll let one of the bastards speak to you. They're 10 yards away. Yeah. Anyway, he killed like 100, 150 of them. And for that, he won the Medal of Honor.
Well, that's certainly a fighting spirit. He not only had a lot of courage, he also was charmed.
Yeah, he was very lucky, but he represents just a greatness in this country and I'm sure Audie would say that the young generation has it. That that if the chips were really down, they would deliver too.
Absolutely, or somebody like Chuck Yeager from West Virginia. We'll be right back with a true Texas original, Kinky Friedman. And we will get into his run for governor and a lot more coming up. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you a little bit about one of our great sponsors, HomeGain.com. This is the place to get you started buying or selling a home, finding a realtor, and getting any real estate questions answered. Go to HomeGain.com and see what I'm talking about. All you need to do is type in your home address, and you will get an instant free estimate of your home's value online. This is a great way to be able to monitor the value of your home. And again, it's absolutely free. There are tons of tools to help you For instance, if you want to remodel your home, go to homegain.com. Use their home sale maximizer to help you determine which home improvements can most increase your home's value before you put it on the market. For 10 years, these folks have been helping home sellers and buyers. Visit their link at INFOWARS.com. Look for Max, the orange home gain gorilla, to help you with any real estate needs you might have. You'll love this site. It's homegain.com, HOMEGAIN.com. Check them out today. You know, I like Kinky Friedman, and his dad and my grandpa were in the war together, so I got to be nice to him anyways, but he's plying me with cigars during the breaks. Listen, now I wish I had a cigar, an official cigar just made for Alex Jones with me on it, but Kinky actually has that, and in fact, he even sells them. Tell folks about your love of cigars and your website, and then we'll get into the serious issues.
Well, I think cigars are good. I always say cigarettes bad, cigar good. That's my message to young people. And cigars are good for you, and they help you live longer. And if there's any research done on it, you'll see that the people that smoke cigars, like Winston Churchill, lived to be 90. You know, Mark Twain, Thomas Edison.
George Burns.
There's lots of examples of it. But basically, I've been against these smoking bans, and I just don't think it's un-American, for one thing. And for another, they're always saying, you know, they are a bunch of hall monitors, Alex. They're hall monitors.
Control freaks.
That's all they are. And they're saying, we're doing it for your health, Kinky. We're doing it for your health. And the truth is, there are 6 countries in this world, I'll name them, Israel, Japan, Spain, Portugal, Italy, and France. All of them have a higher smoking per capita than the United States of America, and all of them have longer life expectancy than the United States of America.
Yeah, I've seen those statistics. How do the French drink and smoke and everything? And
here's what I conclude. Speaking English is killing us.
Oh, my God.
So I mean, really.
I think TV's killing us.
I'll tell you, America should be that Alex Jones restaurant, no smoking. Right next door, Kinky's Cafe, smoking allowed. That's the way America ought to be. That would be the easy, you know, American way to go. But we don't do it.
Well, you know, it's killed these restaurants and bars.
It's killed every mom and pop place, Alex. Yes, it has.
Because people stay home and smoke, because, you know, smoke their cigars or whatever, instead of going to some bar. And now they have the cops coming in hotel bars when people are staying there, businessmen, and arresting them for 3 beers. What would happen if you were governor?
That would not happen.
We'd have to kill all that officer.
That would not happen, yeah. That was a low point. It really was bad. It's a terrible use of law enforcement to tell a little old lady that she's got to move from this park bench to this park bench if she's going to smoke her cigarette. And law enforcement knows this. I mean, you know, they don't want to do that. But they have to investigate some wingnut that reports you're smoking on the show here. You've got a guest smoking on the show, and they got to send somebody out here to check it out. And that, too, is just a way.
You want to break the Austin ordinance on air and smoke in here?
We certainly could. Wouldn't bother me. I mean, what would happen, really? I don't think anything will happen.
SWAT teams might come.
Try it or not?
Go ahead, sure.
All right, we'll give it a shot.
Oh, now we're being really rebellious and land of the free, home of the brave.
Oh, my God, I'll tell you, Alex, we're risk takers.
Just thank God it's not a Cuban he's firing off here. Well, we'd really be arrested.
Well, this is a Cuban.
That's the inside joke.
Yeah, but on the other hand, we didn't. It's a gift. Cuban was a gift. Alex, I want to give you these. This is brand new Teachers for Kinky bumper stickers.
Oh, great.
Because you are a teacher, and I'll tell you what you've taught. And I don't want to put you up on a pedestal here or anything. You have taught people not to trust their government as much as they blindly have been doing for the past few decades, and people are getting the message. And I'll tell you, Barbara Jordan, who's a personal hero of mine, Barbara Jordan's grandfather, you know, she was a congressman from Texas, as close to a statesman as Texas has had in modern days. Her grandfather owned a junkyard in Houston, and he told Barbara when she was 5 years old, love humanity, but don't trust them. That is the true message of Jesus. That's what he said, and getting into politics, I see exactly what he's talking about. That, you know, Socrates lost the election, you know. Jesus lost the election. The crowd said, free Barabbas, kill Jesus.
Well, that's what my mother said to me. She came down and visited when we were down at the beach this weekend for my daughter's birthday, and she pointed out, she said, it's taken me this many years to figure out not everybody's nice. Not everybody had nice upbringing or nice parents. There are just a lot of bad people out there. There's also a lot of good people, but good people are always gullible and don't realize they got to stand up and fight, or the bad guys are going to win.
That's absolutely true. And a great example of that is the Democrats of Texas. I mean, I'm running in the Democratic primary, but I would say that if the Democrats nominate their usual establishment candidate that they always do, a generic establishment candidate, it will be just another loss. They will continue the 18-year losing streak of not having one statewide race going Democratic. And I'm saying all they need is common sense. They need an old school guy like me that has common sense, that is practical. I don't want to fall on my sword just to make a point. I want to win. So we're showing the Democrats, we're offering an option, a new model for the Democratic Party, which includes libertarians, independents, and many, many Republicans, welcoming them all over.
Now, you ran as an independent last time.
That's right.